big salute, big salute, big salute. Boy, I got them grades coming in. Woo! The more I read this book, boy, I keep seeing out them grades popping up. That must mean a little bit of wisdom. A little bit of wisdom. Yeah, but big salute, big salute. Support goons, my guardian angel support squad, all my loved ones. Big salute, big salute. Man, y'all know what time it is. Tea time with a quick read with your boy Cuddy, aka Bookworm Jones. That's for them haters right there. That's for them haters. And the ones that got questions, a lot of y'all questions have been answered already. All I gotta do is go back and watch the videos. Go back and watch the YouTube videos and my Instagram videos at Cuz Cuddy. At Cuz Cuddy. Yeah. At Cuz Cuddy. Yeah, so let's continue where we left off, y'all. Oh, big salute to my big brother, JT, the bigger figure, aka Fig Panamera, BKA Locks is home, Glocks is on. Hey, for those y'all who be talking junk about me and big brother, man, hey, this is work, teamwork. This is what teamwork look like. Teamwork make the dream work. For those y'all that didn't know, teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? This what it look like when big bro help little bro and little bro hold it down. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. So sorry about that, them jealous haters. I know they jealous. Yeah, I know they jealous because they ain't got no escape. I mean, you got an escape, but you just gotta accept, you gotta accept the work. You gotta accept the work of God, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Questions and answers. Question and answers. BlackRoots questions and answers. This is a little long chapter, but hopefully, if anybody got any questions about the books, hopefully BlackRoots can answer it. And we're gonna go from there. But after these questions and answers, it get right back juicy. I mean, this juicy too, but after this, it get right back juicy. So I'm gonna continue where we left off of the last video. Okay. As soon as it reaches maturity, those children conceived on or other the day of the solstice in June 1960, and born about 9 months later on the day of the equinox in March 1961, the spiritual seed was born into physical manifestation in their bodies. The result was a genetic reverse mutation that began the reactivation of their DNA. That's why you hear about this 5G messing with people's DNA. They trying to keep our powers, like Superman. I'm sorry to use this, y'all, because I know Superman went trade on us. Well, his son. Krypton, the kryptonite, to mess with Superman DNA, make him weak. Make him weak. That's what they trying to do to us. Okay, somebody with a question. Why are so many young people still lost morally and others dying of brain tumors, etc., when they're supposed to be genetically stronger? BlackRoots answer. Just like any seed planted, it must be nurtured. If a seed is planted in good soil but is never watered and is denied sunlight, it will never sprout, let alone flower. We don't have an enlightened community of dedicated black people who can guide our youth. They're genetically and mentally ready to be guided, but there's no one to guide them. And that's big facts. There's no one guiding our youth all over the world, really. Yeah, we have no strong leaders. We have no strong except one. And you know, a lot of you don't respect him because he's older. You know what I'm saying? That's all praise. You know, blessings and peace will be upon Farrakhan. You know, but he's the only leader we got. All the rest of the leaders, they just be talking. Somebody else with a question. Why are there healthy white men ruling, terrorizing the world when they're supposed to be unhealthy due to their moral bankruptcy? They not healthy. They just still ruling. They can't even have babies. See, in Japan, they gotta get with a foreigner to keep their royal bloodline going. In Japan, they can't even reproduce, and that's due to America dropping the atom bomb on them people. So they can't even reproduce like talking about. Look at Europe. The royal family, they had to go get a black woman to keep their bloodline alive. Yeah, so they not healthy, they just still ruling. Yeah, that's all. BlackRoots answer. They're not healthy, they're very sick. They are propped up, walking chemical cauldrons, 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 supported by artificial medicines, or drugs as they call them. They admit it themselves in their biographies, 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 that some of them exist on upwards of 100 pills per day. Big facts, because you know everybody know the white boys love to get towed up. They be on all the drugs. Everybody know the white boys be on all the drugs. White boys and white girls be on all the drugs, overdosing. Yep. One influential American talk show host, elitist, admitted to spending thousands of dollars a month on his prop-up supplies. He used to send his maid into dark alleys in the middle of the night to get his drugs. If these chemicals could be taken from them, they'd fall apart and disintegrate. They're very unhealthy, precisely because of their moral bankruptcy. This doesn't mean that black people who also depend on these chemical poisons and suffer the same kinds of diseases are as morally bankrupt. The reason they suffer is because they are not yet ready to get rid of their sympathy for white people. They attract their diseases to themselves just like a dog will get the disease of its owner. The dog has unconditional sympathy with its owner's system of life and accepts all the vibrations that come from him, including his illness. We live in a world of resonance fueled by sympathy. As long as black people have love or sympathy for the white system, they'll suffer all its emanations, suffer all its emanations, good and bad, and take them upon themselves by the law of sympathetic resonance. That's why we need a minimum of 144,000 people today who are willing to give up all love and sympathy for the light races. Where's my 144,000 at? We can dedicate ourselves fully to our invitable destiny, INEVITABLE, invitable destiny, which is to retake control of the world. That's the only way we can put to good use what nature has prepared in the bodies and minds of our youths. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to get my tongue right to read better. Okay, somebody responding to BlackRoots' question. Thanks for answering, but of course, this only leads to more questions. I'm sure you are bombarded with plenty of them. Why is Master Farah Muhammad considered the Messiah when he is not the first to proclaim the black people in America are descended from the lost tribe of Israel? Clearly, other black people knew of their Israelite identity and taught other Israelites this truth prior to Master Farah Muhammad appearing. The 10 lost tribes, all 12 tribes are lost. If only 10 tribes were lost, where are the other 2 tribes according to biblical history? Yehuda with Levite primarily were the last to be scattered. Yehuda's Yehudah endured the Babylonian captivity, which was ended when the Persians conquered the Babylonians. Also, the Torah was written by Ezra, Ezra, after the Babylonian captivity, when Yehudah was under Persian rule. By this time, the 10 tribes supposedly had been long scattered when taken into captivity under the Assyrians. In fact, Joshua, Jahosua, some call Jesus, was supposedly a member of the tribe of Yehudah, although if one reads carefully, he actually is a Levite, who also claimed in the book of Luke that Israel would be led captive into the nations. Yehudah was scattered after the Romans destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. We talked about Jesus, the real Jesus anyway. Jesus is the European name they put on Yusuf. Yusuf is the real name of Jesus. Why is Master Farah Muhammad considered the Messiah when he is not the first to proclaim? BlackRoots answer. To be the 7th Messiah, Master Farah Muhammad did not have to be the first to proclaim. It was his destiny. Destiny does not go by who's first, as common sense will tell you. As part of his destiny, it was his mission to organize the Israelites into a coherent group. Now, he used the later religion of Islam to do this because that's the one he grew up in. As it turns out, that was the best way to do it. As history has shown by the success of the Nation of Islam during the times of Elijah Muhammad, the choice of religions that any black person makes today is a personal matter. It doesn't concern Yahweh at all, whether his people came to him through Islam or Israel or even Christianity. Islam and Israel are identical. Both religions come from Yahweh. Come from Yahweh, my bad. Don't make the mistake of rejecting what Master Farah Muhammad did because of the bad things you may have heard about him. Wait till the truth is revealed to you as direct knowledge through your inner self. Then you can make a wise decision. Otherwise, you'll fall into the trap of divide and conquer, laid for us by who wants to separate us. So all y'all haters, man, y'all keep rocking with the man. Y'all keep rocking with him. Yeah, y'all just following the white man's. Okay, somebody asking a question. The 10 lost tribes, all 12 tribes are lost. The 10 lost tribes, all 12 tribes are lost. If only 10 tribes were lost, where are the other 2 tribes? Voila. One is the Dogon, Dagara, Dagara, / Dogon, Dogon, people of Mali and Burkina Faso. Big salute, Burkina Faso. I love y'all, man. Mali too, big salute. The other is spread along the east coast of Africa from Sudan to South Africa. These two tribes were never conquered by whites and never enslaved, so they are not lost and never were. They still practice the original religions as Yahweh gave it to them and obey his commandments. Shout out Ethiopia, because they get on their hands and knees and pray, and they supposed to be Christians. That's what shocked me when I was in Ethiopia for one day. When they woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, when I was praying, they was running to their churches and their mosques with their prayer rugs. You will learn the truth when you touch down in the motherland. See, in America, we don't know the truth. Yeah, we don't know the truth. Practice the rhythm that God gives them and obey his commandments. Okay, somebody with a question. If the adults are not enlightened and don't care to be, what do? We become enlightened ourselves and take charge. The world is in need of at least 144,000 enlightened black people to take charge of our inevitable destiny. Where y'all at, man? Come on. Stop with all the excuses. Excuses build monuments of nothing and bridges to nowhere. So stop with y'all excuses, man. Come on. Yeah, hit your lick or do what you gotta do to do God's work, man. Do what you got to do God's work. We waiting on 144,000 of y'all. Where y'all at? Our inevitable destiny, which is to regain control of the world. That's our immediate goal as the white man system self-destructs right before your eyes. Woo-wee. Is it gonna be gifts this Christmas? Are y'all buying gifts this Christmas? How much of them turkeys? Woo! Many people are working towards this form, different directions, and we need to do our part also. Somebody with a question. Greetings, warrior. I always say that religion is different than spirituality. May I humbly, from the depths of my being, ask you mentioned true Israelites, right? Why not African people? Just a thought. It sounds like the Israelite nation here in Toronto. I do love all your information, bro. I did attend one time the Israelite nation meeting and sounded cultish in many ways. I'm open to new concepts and ideas because the human mind is always evolving. I practice the spirituality of my ancestors in Africa. If you have any reference material of the Dogons in Africa, I will greatly appreciate. They have great and vast knowledge of the cosmos, not just the cosmos. That's just what stood out to the white man. See, the Dogon got knowledge of everything, how to teach. Man, come on, y'all. BlackRoots. The word Israelite has been used and abused badly, especially by the whites in Israel, the Jews, who consider themselves Israelites, which is not true. Others have begun cults based on this idea, and so forth. You may or may not be aware of this, but the British monarchy is involved in a centuries-old cult where they claim they are the lost tribes of Israel. Big facts. And so black people started their Israelite cults also, which you may find offensive, but the historical facts behind this name don't change history. So my fault to my Israelite brothers, y'all be preaching that real shit, but don't change history. History remains the same regardless of how people try to distort it. The true Israelites are black people of slave descent. They descended from Yahweh and the Elohim. The 60,000 black people who settled on an island 6,000 years ago and bred the light-skinned races. Their descendants here in America and elsewhere have intermarried with non-Israelite Africans. So today, practically all black people of slave descent are Israelites related to the 60,000 ancestors in one way or another, but they're still Africans. That's where that's where they were enslaved from. Their Israelite heritage is noted and registered in Yahweh's book of life for the sake of the future of all black people. Because the Israelites are going to become the new rulers of the world when the present system self-destructs, as it's doing right now. I'm not trying to take away from their Africanness. I'm simply singling them out as the most important people in this 6,000 year age. Okay, somebody else with a question. I've been pondering this for a while. A large portion of people in the world are a mixed product of black people and the other races. Now, due to the natural dominance of the black gene, most of these people have the black gene strongly exhibited. Big facts. The presence of melanin and have some features that reveal their black ancestry. Now, because these people have the dominant black gene and are therefore genetically black, their temple should contain the throne of God in which he or she can sit. However, just because these mixed people have the black gene doesn't mean any of the 1,000,000,008,000,000 gods. Oh, shit. Damn, my bad, y'all. Hold on. That is true. Now, because these people have the dominant black gene and are therefore genetically black, their temple should contain the throne of God in which he or she can sit. However, just because these mixed people have the black gene doesn't mean any of the 1,000,000,008,000,000 gods are incarnated in them, save Yahweh, or does it? Also, when the world's population was much less than it is now, and the black population likewise, did the 1,000,000,008,000,000 gods incarnate in black people who were less than obviously visibly black? Example, the Honorable Master Farah Muhammad. If that is so, then that could mean that even now there are still black people who are not visibly black due to MISCEGENATION, albinoism, etc., but yet are incarnations of the 1,000,000,008,000,000 gods other than Yahweh. A large portion of people in the world are a mixed product of black people and the other races, BlackRoots. That is true. A person asking a question. Now, due to natural dominance of the black gene, most of these people have the black gene now because these people have the dominant black gene and are therefore genetically black. Their temple should contain the throne of God in which he or she can sit. BlackRoots. That is not true. Most of these people have some mixture of black blood in them, but they don't have the black gene. The black gene is not the same thing as melanin. The dominant black gene, the seed of God, is actually the dark reproductive gene found in black people only. As I've said before, black people have both the dominant black gene and the recessive light gene. Most of the mixed races that you mentioned are ATTENUATED beyond the seventh generation, where the black gene of procreation has been completely removed. In other words, most of them cannot give birth to a black child, the same as whites cannot. They still have some melanin, but all people on earth have some melanin, including whites. Okay, this is another person asking a question. About the 1,000,000,008,000,000 gods, does that mean of the 6.5 billion human beings on earth, only 1,000,000,008,000,000 are incarnated gods? Are the 1,000,000,008,000,000 purely black people? If that is so, then that means there can only be a maximum number of 1,000,008,000,000 purely black people on earth. What of the rest of the 5 billion humans, many of which are mixed black people? Are these exclusively incarnations of Yahweh and Elohim, or do the other gods incarnate in them as well? What of the beings that totally lack the throne of God? The purely white people. I assume these are all definitely exclusive figments of the mind of Yahweh. Hold on, let me hit my tea. I hope some of y'all questions is getting answered. There are only 1,008,000,000 black people on earth. All of them have the black germ or the throne of God. So each is an incarnation of one of the 1,008,000,000 gods. The rest are non-blacks. They don't have the throne of God in them. They have what is called a group soul, which is a part of Yahweh's mind that they call their collective unconscious or their collective mind. Now, the 1,008,000,000 black people on earth, such as you and me, are not pure. The only pure black people on earth are the 24 elders and the 144 chiefs who never lost their original 12 DNA. We'll become pure again when we regain our inactive DNA. Let's look at the population figures and you'll see that the actual number of black people does not exceed 1,008,000,000. Africa, about 790 million total. Of these, about 140 million are North African Arabs. That leaves about 650 million black Africans. Subtract that from 1,008,000,000, that leaves about 358 million blacks outside Africa. Brazil has the next largest population of people of African descent, about 60 million. Subtract that, that leaves about 298 million. Subtract 36 million African Americans and about 12 million other blacks in the Americas, and that leaves 250 million. Of these 250 million, most are in India, about 160 million. Boy, them Indians, yeah, they look like black people, but they got white folk features. That shit crazy. Straight, they black, but they got straight hair. Oh man. That leaves about 90 to 100 million other blacks. That's a large number. And they're spread all over the world in Europe, Asia, many there, and Australia, etc. It accounts for all other mixed race black people you mentioned. So over 5 billion people on earth are non-black. Many of them are melanated in all shades of medium to very light brown, all the way to yellow and white, but none of them have the black procreative gene. They simply cannot give birth to a black child by themselves unless they procreate with a black person. In ancient times, three 3 to 4 or 5,000 years ago, the gods did not all incarnate at once. They took turns. Some gods would incarnate in one generation, then another group of gods would incarnate in the following generations, and so on until the black population increased, where all the gods can incarnate at the same time. Black people like Master Farad Muhammad actually have the black gene. There are very light-skinned black mulattoes like that if one of the parents was black. Somebody got a question. Are there other beings existing on Earth? BlackRoots. Yes, there are many different kinds of beings that have been created by the gods over the ages. Some of them exist here on Earth, others in the rest of the universe, as well as in non physical realms, but none of them are evil. This is the first time that such beings have been created. Their evil minds have also spawned otherworldly or supernatural creatures that haunt, scare, and otherwise intrude in people's lives. But all of them are psychic manifestations, such as ghosts, vampires, etc. They will all cease to exist at the end of this age when white people come to their end. That's believable. Somebody with a question. Since our race permeate the universe in our destiny to fully comprehend, encompass, and finally transcend it, there are others like us on many other planets. Do our kindred come to us here from their habitations in space and vice versa? Also, are we the only black nation in the entire universe that are experiencing evil at this time cycle? If not, or if so, are the other planetary colonies of our cosmic brothers and sisters going through different or similar cycles to us? Do our kindred come to us here on Earth? Okay, we're going to read this section right here. They used to come openly before Christianity came along. Well, they used to come openly before Christianity came into being. There are numberless stories of them visiting the earth written in ancient texts, including the Bible. They are reported as coming in clouds, chariots of fire, etc. All these refer to interstellar spaceships. Christianity made it difficult for people to continue reporting the visits of gods and angels because they started persecuting people, saying such visits are demonic. So the gods stopped coming openly, but they still come to select individuals or remote tribes. Soon they'll begin to come again openly, led by Yahweh and his angels. But if Yahweh is dead, if Yahweh has ascended, then how can he come? That could only mean that Master Farad Muhammad is the next one after Yahweh. That's what I'm assuming. Master Farad Muhammad is the supreme being that built the spaceship to go connect with Yahweh and the people outside. So he got to be the one. Also, okay, this is somebody with a question. Also, are we the only black nation in the entire universe that are experiencing evil at this time cycle? If not, or if so, are the other planetary colonies or of our cosmic brothers and sisters going through different or similar cycles to us? BlackRoots. Our Earth is the only place where the light races were made, so we're the only ones going through this experience. But all black people unite through rituals, so all other black people in the universe will know about evil exactly as we know it. The gods that are incarnated here as us are also the same gods incarnated all over the universe. The nature of black people throughout the universe is to share experiences through unity. So all souls in the universe know or will know the experience of evil. Yeah, so we like the test dummies for our twins on the other planets. Okay, somebody with a question. If, as you say, the requirements for the 144,000 is to possess the black gene to have a complete sympathy for the black race and a total lack of sympathy for the white races, then surely the current number of such individuals has exceeded to that number. If not, then it must surely already have been reached. How fitting that the 144,000 represented and personify the 144,000 aspects of the character of God. BlackRoots answer. The 144,000 are potentially all here, but we must organize and remove ourselves from dependence on the present system. We must start a new type of community that's totally independent, where the whites cannot touch us. But first, we must recover our memories and get out of our self-forgetfulness. Boy, that was some real shit he just said. Let me read that again. The 144,000 are potentially all here, but we must organize and remove ourselves from dependence on the present system. We must start a new type of community that's totally independent, where the whites cannot touch us. But first, we must recover our memories and get out of our self-forgetfulness. Somebody with a question. The students of the Nubian nation that I've spoken with seem to say that there are other requirements for the 144,000, 3 of which is the ability to speak the Nubic language, and no, it's Aramaic, not Nubic language. This is a skeptic talking though, because the Nubian, that Aramaic is what they spoke in the Nubian, Sudan and all that, Ethiopia and all that. The ability to practice Wunuwubu, WUNUWUBU, right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, and the ability to teach the former 2. Do you agree with them? Okay, we're going to stop right there. 313. Man, it's getting juicy, boy. It's getting juicy, juicy, juicy. Yeah, so hopefully this is answering any questions that y'all may have. For those of y'all who's just getting into the reading, please don't ask questions. Go back to the videos, go back to the old videos and just watch and get caught up. Go watch and get caught up. So big salute everybody. I love y'all, man. Support squad, support donors. We're working on something going on with the internet. I'm with the man supposed came yesterday. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just waiting on him. So I'm using the hotspot on my phone. Killing my gigabytes. Well, megabytes in Kenya, gigabytes in Burkina. So y'all stay tuned, man. Try to get with y'all, get live, tune in, tap in with my folks, man, because I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all, man. I know we got a lot of catching up to do, a lot to talk about. So y'all stay tuned, man. And y'all keep them prayers up, man. Keep them prayers stronger. My 144,000, this ain't for everybody. But if this message resonates with you, come on, man. Come on. Come on. We waiting. God is being lenient. They up there watching. They in their spaceships and they watching us right now to see what we gonna do before they smite the whole earth and fuck and mess around and kill us all off. So, man, come on, y'all. We gotta get it together, man. We gotta get it together. And just, them haters, just them skeptics, the ones that got so much to say, man, y'all can't keep up, man. Sorry about that. Y'all just can't keep up, man. So big salute, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. I'm gonna tune in, tap in real soon, real soon, real soon. So I love y'all, man. Big salute to the streets. Aye! Love my folks.